Live over on talkSPORT, live from the O2 for Premier League Finals night in 2025. We know that Littler, Humphries and Price will all be there, but who will be the fourth player? Will it be the Asp or will it be the Green Machine? Michael van Gerwen all will be revealed in tonight's action. So 4 quarter-finals, 2 semis and a final. Winner tonight will pick up a nice £10,000 prize. There are a couple of spots available, like for instance Bunting could relegate Rob Cross to bottom of the table, he could relegate Chris Dobey to bottom of the table, but you know there's still a few quid to be played for, not to be sniffed at for all of them tonight.
Yeah, and every place that depends on what money you receive. Just check the prize money out now.
Well, the winner gets 275,000, runner-up 125,000. So a game of darts for 150 grand is not to be sniffed at next Thursday. You'll hear it live. 85
outside of the world, so it's got to be the biggest game.
85 grand for each in the semi-final, and then it's 75 and drops down 5 grand a spot. So if you can pick up a spot tonight, you get another 5 grand.
And win the night. It's an extra 15 bags.
It is, so it is all to be played for. We were talking off air, you, I and Laura, about what's coming up. There's a really busy period coming from the European Tour. Now obviously for these players playing tonight, only 4 of them are going to be playing in the semi-finals next weekend. What we do know is that Littler, Price and Aspinall have all said no, haven't they, to the Euro Tour this week, but Luke Humphries is going. Are you a bit surprised by that?
I am. Listen, I think if he went on to win tonight, he may think again about going, but he may feel that his game needs to be playing a lot to be ready for next week. If they don't, if they put their darts down tonight, they'll probably have 2 or 3 days off, and then they'll be trying to get ready for next Thursday. So it depends on the player. I'm surprised because Luke's been quite vocal about Humphries. That is, about how sort of drained he is from all the travelling, and then he chooses. I suppose the Dutch one is not too far. The travel to that one's not too extreme. It's not like the ones that we've been to where you've got to go through multiple flights and you don't know whether your luggage.
Planes, trains and automobiles. Littler is the defending champion. For Humphries, he's been a runner-up. Gerwyn Price has been a runner-up, as has Nathan Aspinall. We know Michael van Gerwen's got 7 Premier League trophies under his belt, so there is a real opportunity, isn't there, for one of the other 3 maybe to get that first ever crown. You were looking at the odds earlier on, and Littler is the odds-on favourite to win it all. Would you be happy to take him on?
Yeah, I think at 10 to 11, the way he's been playing, listen, his records, on finals nights in previous tournaments has been very, very good. It's a longer format next week. That will suit him. That will allow him, that if he is slightly slow out of the blocks. But going back to the Aspinall one, he's won 4 out of their last 5 meetings in the Premier League.
Yeah, he has, and that is some record, isn't it? He spoke publicly. It's his dream to go on and play in the final. He has played in the final before. It was in the COVID year, so there was no fans there.
He lost to Glenn Durrant in the final, and that's one that probably haunts him, that got away because it wasn't a very good match.
Well, he didn't win it, and that's what will haunt him, but he has in recent form given himself a great chance. Asp against van Gerwen is up second. Luke Humphries, Rob Cross will get the bottom half of the draw underway, and then Gerwyn Price against Chris Dobey. We mentioned that Gerwyn Price, a win would guarantee him 3rd in the ladder should Aspinall lose in the first round. I guess, Aspinall's heroics last week in winning in Aberdeen, Chris, it really has he's got to win one more game and he's in. And the fact that he's playing van Gerwen, yes, it adds a little bit of pressure, but it also makes it very simple. If he wins, he's in. He can enjoy he's free rolling then, isn't he, tonight?
Yeah, and that's what we say. You want it to be in your hands, and if he loses, then he's going to sit back and have to watch what MBG does, because then it's out of his hands and in Michael's hands. But yeah, it's kept the last. Listen, with this format, the one thing it is good, it makes the players play, because there is that option or opportunity to not or to miss Littler in the opening game, and the added bonus of £10,000, and of course the £30,000 set of gold darts if you hit 9, which they've been kindly donating.
Yeah,
the last
5 of
weeks.
them we've had. Gerwyn Price hit another one in Aberdeen last week. There's been 21 Premier League 9 darters. Gerwyn Price is now hit 5 of them.
Yeah, that's a remarkable record. It was an unusual game last week against Bunting, wasn't it? Because he sort of was popping and fizzing, and then he looked like he was just out of the game, and then produced a 9. But listen, he would have loved to have won the night. No doubt would have loved to have won that game. But I suppose hitting the 9 and getting the 30,000 set of darts is
not bad compensation. Yeah. It's the second set he's got this year. Humphries, Cross, Littler, and a couple for Gerwyn Price when it comes to 9 darters in 2025. Will we have another one tonight? One thing is for sure, it's going to be an action-packed night here on talkSPORT 2. Welcome along for those watching on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube page as well. Please remember to like and subscribe over there. You can watch along with us as we bring you all the action. It's Mark, Chris and Laura with you tonight. We're not too far away then from the opener. Luke Littler taking on Stephen Bunting. Let's hear from John McDonald.
Joining us live in the bed, MGM Premier League. So brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the thousands joining us live and the millions joining us around the world, it's time to meet the players. Ladies and gentlemen, the International Darts Open Champion, the Bahrain Darts Master, a 2-time World Championship semi-finalist, a winner of the Lakeside, and the former Masters Champion, the Bullet,
Stephen Bunting starts tonight at the foot of the Premier League table, but he has got that one nightly win to his name. Can he sign off in style here? Can he get himself off the foot of the table? Went 8 weeks without winning a game. He's won 7 in the latter part of the campaign. But standing in his way, Luke Littler. But Bunting has entertained the crowd. He's enjoyed his time in the Premier League. He's picked up a first ever World Series of Darts win and a first ever European Tour title over the last couple of months. Things are still rosy in the Bunting Garden. Can he get a 4th win over Luke Littler in what will be their 9th meeting?
Ladies and gentlemen, he is top of the league. The reigning Grand Slam champion, the reigning UK Open champion, the winner of 14 PDC titles worldwide. Ladies and gentlemen, the reigning and defending Premier League champion, champion of the world! Here's Luke, the Duke!
Luke the Nuke makes his way onto the stage. They say that styles make fights. Well, this particular matchup looks really pleasing on the numbers. 4 times they've met in the Premier League this campaign. I mean, 6 of the 8 averages posted have been way over a ton. But Littler averaged 111 in week 4 as he beat Bunting, who averaged 104.89. Bunting replied in week 11 when he went over 106 to Littler's 101. And week 8, Littler averaged a fraction under 110 to see off Bunting's 102. Chris Mason, these two, well, when they meet, there's generally fireworks of a positive kind. Bunting's got nothing to lose tonight. Littler, in effect, he's playing for the prize money. He's top whatever happens tonight.
Yeah, can't be dislodged from top of the table. Say, they'll both be free rolling. We could have another absolute barnstorm. I mean, the last time they met was 3 weeks ago. It was 6-5. They met 2 weeks prior to that. It was 6-5. The last meeting won by Littler. The one before that, and that was won by Bunting. Yeah, listen, he's had some great wins over him in different tournaments over different sort of course and distances. So I don't think Bunting is particularly scared, like you said, of playing Littler, where a few other players you can tell even in the early stages of a match, they don't settle quite quick enough, and he's not the quickest starter in the world either.
Watch these two playing the Dutch Darts Masters semi-final over in Den Bosch. Littler averaged 107.59, but Bunting held him off to win 7-6 in the semi-final there. So he has proven it recently, Bunting, that he has got the ability to beat Littler. He's got a big smile on his face, 40 years old from St Helens. Not to the semi-finals last week where Nathan Aspinall beat him by 6 legs to 1. But it's his final roll of the dice. Look, as it stands, he's in the top 4 of the world based on previous run-ins of the Premier League. That'll be enough to get him in. He's got to maintain that, of course, and that's a long way to go before we reach that particular bridge. But Littler's got the throw. Race to 6. Winner of this one takes on Aspinall of Van Gerwen, and a steady ton 40 for Littler to kick off the night.
What did I say about a slow start? There you go. But it's been an incredible upturn for Bunty. It wasn't that long ago he was sort of contemplating what he was going to do. He wasn't sure whether the darts were working. And 180 after starting with a 140 for Luke Littler, down to 181 in leg 1 after 6. And if we were remotely concerned whether he was going to come out tonight and try and win, I think there's the answer.
Yeah, absolutely. There's the answer. 181 Littler, Bunting on 381. Knock off 85, so Littler down to a 2-dart combo after 9. Bunting, well, they're playing in Sheffield tonight. He's somewhere near Rotherham at the minute. 140 for Bunting.
Still gets him nowhere near a finish. 96 for Littler. Single 20. Oh, he's gone for double 19, and gets it. That's a 12-dart opening leg with a double-double on the 19s.
Mindset. He looked straight at it. He never thought anywhere else. He didn't need to go for it because Bunting was a mile away, but he went for it and he hit it. Outstanding errors from the world champion. Double 19, and a point to the crowd as he slots in the winning double.
Enjoyed that, didn't he? He is very much a showman. He loves to show off, but not in an arrogant way. I watched him do some absolutely remarkable things down at Modus a couple of years ago before he turned over and became a full-time pro. Remarkably talented.
Yes. 100. Won the Premier League last year, beat Luke Humphries in the final. Is he going to go back-to-back?
100. Well, it's 10 to 11 to do so. It'd be hard to back against him, wouldn't it?
Well, you know what that means. You're getting 10 to 11 on one of Humphries, Price, Aspinall or Van Gerwen. We'll see. We'll find out next Thursday live on talkSPORT. That'll be the place to be. Bunting 133 then.
Double 20. She misses. Single 1. So Littler will be back for 2-0 once 101.
26.
Well, that was a bag of rusty nails from Bunting. 101. Which way is he going here? Well, he went for treble 20. That leaves, well, he's gone treble 17 to leave double 15. I think I've rocked up to watch an exhibition, Mace, because he's hitting all the doubles that no one ever hits. Double 19 and double 15. He leads 2-0.
The same size for Luke. There's a double he doesn't like.
Stephen Bunting's Premier League journey might be over in the matter of minutes unless he can produce some arrows like this.
He'll need to. Bundles of them. This is a fabulous start thus far from Luke Littler. Applies with a 135, but Bunting effectively stolen the arrows. 9. Yet.
No, there's still time. Lots of it tonight. All the action from Sheffield. Another big crowd as the Premier League bandwagon rolls into town. Littler leading 2-0.
59.
Although here he's lost the dart, so Bunting's got a chance here. 2-3-6 and he's at the hockey now, and he's 11 in front.
Treble 20's not followed. Only a tiny be disappointed after dart 1.
It was right in the corner for him, wasn't it?
Littler with a 140, which he gets down to a much easier finish of 107. Leads 2-0. Bunting wants treble 20, double 8.
Well, he's hit single, so he can't go out. He's still not got a treble, Bunting. Gets one, so he's on double 18, but Littler, who hit 101 in the last leg, needs 107. He's missed the wrong side of the wire. Shot is still on. Now needs double 16. He's done him again. 107 to follow the 101. Just a raise of the eyebrows from the world champion. Give me a double, I'll hit it, he says.
Yeah, he's not missed a double. He's 4 out of 4 and only 3 up.
I don't want to say he's showing off, Chris, but
he's
showing
not
far off it, is he? Oh, he's in again. Bunting on 411, 501, less 100. 3-0, he's halfway there, Luke Littler. I think it's been a Premier League played in the greatest of spirit every week, and I think that's brought the best out of the competitors. I really do think that.
Yeah, I was catching up on many of the interviews that the players have put out and build up to this penultimate night. And Mike himself believes this has been the toughest Premier League campaign he's played in.
I think that is a fair call. Fans young and old taking in the darts.
Littler might still have the ump about the football.
He might. 140. Well, at least he's turned up.
Well, yeah.
Unlike his beloved Manchester United. I was listening to that last night, live on talkSPORT with Jim and the team. 100. Right, Bunting then. Finally, he gets a look at a finish. 46. 14 double 16. Hits the single. Can he hit the double? Oh, now. Can he squeeze one alongside? He does. Bunting's on the board. 3-1. Littler leads.
Great finish in the end there. Bunting. It's only a holder throw, and he's going to need breaks to throw. It's going to be hard to come by against a player averaging well over a ton at the moment.
Yeah. Littler enjoying it. He says, well, I'm here for the night. I might as well win it while I'm here. 108.84 he's averaging at the moment. What about that game last week, Mace?
Yeah, remarkable.
Littler against Humphries. I know there's been a lot of talk. Oh, we see the same games, we hear the same games. I could watch those two, listen to those two play every week.
Yes. Yeah, I could. It was just one of those great matches played at the perfect pace. And you're right. You need a good dance partner, and well, they suit each other. I just love it when they play the longer formats.
You just imagine what, based on how they played last week, as here comes Littler with his second max of the night. He's down to 46. Bunting on 261. If you just said to him, here, 2 hours, lads, tell us what the score is when you come out, it'd be unbelievable, wouldn't it?
100, Luke 546.
6 tops, and yet to miss a dart and a double. That was another beautiful leg.
Yeah, sometimes in darts, even at the elite level, you need the other guy to miss. Littler is not missing. He is not missing at all.
It's a bit like snooker, isn't it? If you sat in the chair, that's it. There's nothing you can do. Sometimes when you're playing this young man, you must be stood there thinking, well, am I going to get a go now and again, maybe?
I used to play a good friend of mine at snooker. He's very, very good at snooker, and he was significantly better than me. So he used to, obviously, he'd break off the back cushion, smash the reds everywhere. I said, go on then, how many can you get? Because I'm going to get significantly more than you when you miss, and I know you're going to miss.
134.
That's what Littler's like.
It is. He enjoys the challenge, doesn't he, as well? He loved it last week. Well, they both did, him and Luke Humphries.
Yeah, remember to like and subscribe if you're listening and watching along on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube page. Lots of you have been getting involved. Don't forget, we'll be all over the match play. We'll be there for all 9 days Countdown is on for that, well and truly, but the countdown is on here to Bunting's Premier League exit, because he's on 204 and Littler's at the board on 134, leading 4-1.
He's not going to get it single 20, but he'll set it up. Treble 18 to leave tops, and he gets it. Yeah, only 5 Players' Championship events left to squeeze into the match play. Yeah, lots of extra content being added as well on our talkSPORT YouTube Darts channel. Make sure you do subscribe.
Yeah, can Littler keep his 100% record going? Yes, he can. Nonchalantly goes to collect his dart from the board. Tops hit, and he's 1 leg away. He's got the throw. He leads 5-1.
Stats, of course, saying 5 from 5. 6 from 6 because it was a double-double. Back comes Bunty with a max. Is that just a consolation shot? Littler is in the lipstick.
227, Littler, Bunting 3-2-1. Can't follow up the perfect start. Single 5, treble 19, single 19. Not enough, you feel here. Littler 227 is at the hockey again. He's in the red bit. Only a ton, but he's already hit 2 ton toppers in legs 2 and 3. Is he going to sign off with a third?
Which way he's going to go?
I'll tell you what, Nathan Aspinall will be watching this backstage, loving this, because should he lose to Van Gerwen will play Littler in the semi-final. The 127 is on. Oh, he's hit the treble 17 to lead double 8. It's a perfect finishing performance. Bunting says yes, 6 out of 6 for Littler. 3 top plus outs. Bunting leaves with a smile on his face, but he'll end the Premier League campaign rooted to the bottom of the table. But sometimes you just got to acknowledge how good the other guy is. And the world champion tonight, Chris Mason, was outstanding. 6 legs to 1. He's hit every single double he's aimed at.
Yeah, and he made it look ridiculously easy. He didn't feel like he came out of second or third gear. It looks like there's tons left on the locker, not a bead of sweat. 6 clinical finishes. An average, well, close to the average he had last week, Mark, which was just over 115, 114.37, 6 out of 6 or 7 out of 7 if you want to be pedantic. That was just a really beautiful display of just absolute control.
Yeah, absolute devastation. You're listening to Premier League Darts live on talkSPORT 2 in partnership with Village Hotels. Dine out, stay, work out and play. Visit villagehotels.com. I mentioned there that Nathan Aspinall will have enjoyed that performance. Aspinall will take on Michael Van Gerwen in our next quarter-final. Aspinall knows that a win over Van Gerwen, he is in the Final Four at the O2 live on talkSPORT next Thursday night. If Aspinall loses, Van Gerwen has to win the weekly night. But Van Gerwen will have to get past Littler. And based on that one, well, that might take some doing. 114 average, another huge average for Littler. He's brushed off Bunting. He's beaten him by 6 legs to 1. Coming up next on talkSPORT 2, it's the main event. It's Aspinall against Van Gerwen. It'll be live next on talkSPORT 2. Yeah, when it comes to the Darts Premier League, the last thing you want is an online mishap throwing you off your game. Threat Protection Pro helps you dodge bogus sites, and with a Dart Web Monitor, you'll get a heads up if your personal info starts circulating in the online equivalent of the madhouse. Go to nordvpn.com/dartsvpn and get 2 years plus 4 months free and a birthday deal. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Littler is through to the semi-finals again. 114 the average, but coming up next on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel, it's the main event. Laura and Chris will take you through Aspinall against Van Gerwen.